John McLaughlin, and I've started a new renaissance. So, the renaissance, the point is to raise the level of intellect, create enlightened thinkers, and then we all benefit from brilliant thinking. During the original Renaissance, the Italian Renaissance of the 14 and 1500s, it wasn't like there was dumb people and a couple of people were enlightened. No, the entire society, culture, and everybody went up a level. And then there were also people that went up 10 levels, and they were like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo. I call him Michelangelo. Some people say Michelangelo, but it's not M-I-C-H-A-E-L, it's M-I-C-H-E-L. So why would it be pronounced the same way as Michael if it's spelled differently? So I think it's Mickle. So I'm going with Mickle. Of course, that's what I call him, Mickle. So, you know, back in the day. But anyway, the people that, during the original Renaissance, it was the old high tide lifts all boats. And then some people went up 10 levels. And so, and interestingly enough, it was the artists and the musicians and the philosophers that kicked off the Renaissance, inspiring the scientists to come up with incredible breakthroughs. It wasn't the other way around. It wasn't that scientific breakthroughs inspired musicians to write a great piece. No. The musicians and the artists came up with such beautiful images, such beautiful, passionate music, that it went into the scientists' heads and it enlightened them. And then they came up with, oh, wait a minute, I think we might revolve around the sun. It might not revolve around us. Maybe we revolve around it. Interesting. So that's a good note. But here's my experiment of the day. Is you think about, you're in a parking lot. It's full to the brim, right? So, but you're at Sky Ridge Medical Center. You're at the hospital. You need to park. It's kind of urgent. So what do? There's no parking space. So you make a parking space. See right here? That's not a parking space. The guy made a parking space, right? Now these people have to back up, but they still got room, right? So it's you got to park the cars. There's a couple different schools of thought you can go with. You got to park the cars. People got to get places. Maybe it's an emergency. Maybe it's just his wife. It's not an emergency, but his wife needs an arm, and so he wants to get up there to be supportive. So maybe he's got good intentions. Maybe some people say it's entitlement. Oh, you're entitlement. Also, I want to do a psychological profile though on the people that will take that space and the people that will not take that space, because you got to follow the rules. Versus the people that say, whatever, fuck the rules. I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm gonna do what I want. So here's again. So in this is Sky Ridge Medical Center. The parking is it's ridiculous here. In fact, the other day somebody pulled up on that landscaping area with rocks and said, who cares? They had enough of circling. So again, we got 2 illegal parking spaces right there. But guess what? There's still room for everybody to get out. They were conscientious enough to make sure everybody could get out. They didn't block anybody in, but they parked. I mean, again, here you go. But I mean, I've circled in this parking lot before. Here's another part of the psychology. This goddamn, I won't have my seatbelt on. So this goddamn thing beeps at me. Now, why can't I choose whether it beeps at me or not? Maybe I'm absent-minded, and I want it to beep at me to remind me to put my seatbelt on. Maybe it annoys the shit out of me, and I'm sick of things beeping at me, and I want to turn that off. You can't turn it off. That's ridiculous. Yeah, freedom. So anyway, again, another illegal parking space. Look, he's got a personalized license plate. So the psychology is a psychological experiment. Which people, you sit in the parking lot with a clipboard, and you watch who circles and how many times they circle. You take all the data in, like a true scientific experiment. Take the data in, how many times did they circle before they took that illegal spot? When they got out, did they assess the situation and make sure that everyone else could get out? I guarantee they did. Because people that park there are rule breakers, yes, to a point, but they're a little, usually in my opinion, they're of higher intelligence, and they're more like a patriot would be. You think for yourself and you solve problems, and you're a badass. So I guarantee you, nobody just parks there, blocking somebody in, and gets out and runs in. They get out, they assess the situation. Sometimes they might even repark to get a little more room going. And most of the time they're solving the problem, and they've got, some people just are entitled. You're right. But in general, somebody's got to run things. You can't just have everyone follow the rules all the time. That's not American. That's not freedom. So, I mean, but I want to know how many times people circle, and some people I guarantee will wait, no matter how long they have to wait. They'll wait for someone to back out, and they'll probably roll down the window and say, "Excuse me, are you leaving? Oh, great. Can I have your space? Oh, great." Which is all well and good. I love nice people, but also it's, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Now, I don't consider it entitlement. I consider it Johnny Mac privileges, John McLaughlin privileges. I am a powerful person that makes his own decisions and doesn't follow rules. So I think, in fact, that they reserved that space for me, and they just forgot to put my name on it. LOL. So here again, here's another one. Now this guy I think's working, so maybe he's just parking for a minute. Still in a legal spot, but still plenty of room to get by. So I'm gonna sit here. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna sit here with a clipboard, and you got to have a certain timed period, maybe an hour, maybe two. You film somebody pulling in. You watch how many times they circle. You watch if they pull over, and or if you watch their behavior is what you do. So say somebody's coming in, again, beeping of the goddamn seatbelt thing. Come on, buddy. If I don't want to wear a seatbelt, that should be my choice as an American, by God. And I don't know if they've yet proven. Okay, here's the other part of the experiment. You watch their behavior. So somebody's getting off work and they're walking towards the parking lot. They spot that person. They're vigilant. They're looking for it. I mean, if you think about it, these are all spots right here. Because all these people might have to do a 3 or 4 point turn, but they all have plenty of room to get out. Most people have backup sensors, and they can, you know, they're not going to hit your car. That's the other thing. You're taking a chance. They might hit your car. And if they do, you know, how are you going to blame them too much, you know? But, okay, here's the other part of the psychological experiment. That person has a skier license plate. I don't know if you see it. Let's see if I can expand it. It has a skier on its license plate, right? That's one of the choices in Colorado. You can have several choices of license plates in Colorado. One of them is the picture of the skier skiing down the mountain. Thank God it's not a snowboarder. I mean, anyway, so I guarantee you, if you watch, that's another psychological experiment. You follow people around with skier license plates. And I guarantee you, they are bold, and they are take charge people, and but again, so it's an interesting podcast / discussion. How is it bad? Is it bad that some people break the rules like that? Somebody's got to run stuff. Somebody's got to be in charge. And you don't want just willy-nilly give everyone a turn to be in charge, like a little league baseball team. Maybe you give everyone a chance to hit. Well, maybe that's all well and good, but in real life, when you're running important shit, you don't give everyone a chance to be CEO just because it's the fair thing to do. No, you don't do that. Just to spare someone's feelings, or, you know, be inclusive, whatever you want to call it. We're not doing that. If you're going to run the big companies, if you're going to run the life in the world, but here's the thing, your family is a big deal too. So if somebody's got to run stuff, in the family too. It's not like maybe your mom's bossy or your dad's a hard ass. Well, guess what? Somebody has to be, you know. So it's an interesting experiment and a very interesting discussion, psychological. And I guarantee. So here's my spot. Look at that. I waited, but here's the thing: is I've got time to wait. I've got T-shirts, by the way, that say "Here's the thing" on them. LOL. So I got time, you know, and we have cell phones. So my girlfriend knows I didn't abandon her or crash the car or anything. I'm just waiting. I can call her and tell her, "Hey, honey, I'm waiting for a parking spot." Oh, great! I'm actually done. Come pick me up. Very good. How do we live without cell phones? I want to know this. I want to know. And do I have ADD? I don't know. So anyway, I sit here with a clipboard. I filmed a person pulling in. I film them coming in. I watch how many times they circle. I watch if they ask people if they're coming around. I watch where they wave people around when they're waiting for a spot. I watch, how we doing? Beautiful day. I watch, we have the best weather in Colorado. We're so lucky. And so, I mean, it's just people that wait patiently, people that are more animated. If you're filming them, you can get a close-up of their face, their reactions to no parking. Oh man, I can't believe there's no parking again. You know. Or you're like, well, it's okay. We're just gonna wait patiently, and if someone will leave very soon, and we'll put our blinker on, and we'll pull in, and then we'll make sure the car is parked correctly. Here's another part of the experiment. I would wager that people that take those spaces are. No, it's all you, baby. See that politeness? So we can all still be very polite and still be, you live in a big city. You have to be aggressive to a point. You have to cut people off to a point. It's okay. It's okay. We have to adapt to the big city. Denver has become a big city. So anyway, I would submit to you that the people who do take those illegal spaces are better parkers than the people that are patient and wait and follow rules. People wait, patient wait, follow rules. They might be a little closer to one side or the other. How we doing? Beautiful day. And so I would submit to you that when this guy takes that illegal spot, see all the lines, he's still not supposed to park there. He gets out, assesses the situation, might even repark it so the person that next to him can get in their car, and then he makes sure the person in front of him can back out. Maybe they have to use a 3-point turn, 4-point turn, 17-point turn, and then he runs in, and I guarantee you that I'm not guaranteeing you. I'm saying my position is that the aggressive people that take spaces they're not supposed to take are actually better parkers. Their actions, while seemingly breaking rules, probably result in more efficiency, and somebody's got to run stuff. So discuss. It's a great topic. I'll tackle it on one of my upcoming podcasts. And we've got to think about things like this. We've got to raise the level of intellect, create enlightened thinkers. What we need to do is, instead of getting rid of the plastic bags at the grocery store, figure out a way to turn plastic into energy. We need levels. Like, we don't need to go up a little bit level in terms of intellect, in terms of inventions and discoveries. We need a quantum leap, and it's coming. Because if we don't do it, AI is going to do it for us. So think about things, discuss things. You know, people used to have book clubs and movie clubs, etc. Nobody does those anymore. Read your books, stimulate your brain, train your brain to remember things. If you come across a topic or just a point of trivia or something, and you can't recall it, but you know it, you just can't recall it at the time. Well, then my brother always says, give your brain a minute. Don't Google it immediately. Give your brain a minute and focus in and see if you can recall it. Because if you Google every single thing every single time, you're training your brain to not remember things, because why would you? Your phone remembers it for you. But, which is very nice and good, and it's technology. But the thing is, we have to still be smarter, more intelligent. You can't just say, oh, AI is brilliant, so we don't need to be. No, that's not how it works. We have to be more intelligent. We have to raise the level of intellect. And if we stimulate, the new Renaissance is everyone goes up a level. It's possible. I mean, we're idiots. We got the most knowledge and access to information, and we're all overweight, and we're having more diseases. Life expectancy is going down. Where people are not in shape. They're not. I mean, most people can't run around the block. But the human body was meant to move. So we have all the information, and we're going backwards. Unacceptable, people. We need the new Renaissance. Join me, please, in the new Renaissance. Raise the level of intellect, create enlightened thinkers, and let's save the world. This is Johnny Concert, a.k.a. Dr. McLaughlin, a.k.a. John McLaughlin. Welcome to the new Renaissance.